the quintessential cookery show that celebrates fun, food, family and friends.
And as Prue Leith's Cotswold Kitchen continues this Saturday, Prue joins us alongside the show's unexpected star. Yes, it's only her husband, John. Welcome to the show, both of you. John, I mean, we're going to start with you because you have become the star of the show. We love, first of all, that it's in your house. We love, secondly, Prue's there as a side element. But first and foremost, we love the fact that you're in it. Are you enjoying doing the show? Is it nice doing it at home?
Enormous fun. Absolutely terrific, yeah. Lovely crew.
They're all Welsh.
Great, all Welsh.
It's a bit of Wales in our kitchen.
After 2 weeks, I'm saying, I think we better go to bed now.
Yeah. Do you know, I first thought when I did Bake Off,
I
didn't know who John was before I met him. And all I saw was this unbelievably charismatic, beautifully dressed...
And he looks like that all the time.
Driving a golf buggy, and I couldn't concentrate. I was trying to make a roulade. I was like this. Who is he?
No.
And then I met the real deal. What a lovely man.
But it must be an absolute joy for you, Prue, to be out...
No, it is fun.
To do this with your husband as well.
It is. I mean, he is funny. You know, we were in the supermarket the other day.
Yeah.
And the woman behind the till saw him and she said, "You're the man from the Cotswold Kitchen. I love you. You're so funny." Blah, 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 blah. And I'm standing there packing the trolley. And I think, I made a mistake here. Why did I bring him in?
Prue, I feel your pain. Welcome to my world.
Are you enjoying the attention? Do you mind it?
Well, I mean, I'm very far down on the ladder of fame. I've had, in 2 years, 4 people ask for a selfie, and one of them was in Western Australia.
That's all right. That's all right.
So I'm looking forward to...
More fame.
But is it true you shot in your real house, but you built the house?
Yeah, we did. We built it 4 years ago.
Wonderful.
And I must say, I always think nesting is the best thing we all do. We all love making our, you know... And it was just wonderful to do it with John because we'd been together for about 12 years. But I'd built my various houses and things before, but it was doing something together. Yeah. And everybody said, that's a recipe for disaster, but it wasn't. We just
built during COVID. It was fantastic, you know.
Yeah, it made us...
COVID just came and went. We
yeah,
didn't
because
know.
we were... Construction was allowed.
Yeah.
So we could... And it was on the same property, so we would walk down from our old house and see what was going on every day. It was, you know, and it was just... We divided up all the rooms because we're both very keen on colour. And I thought, well, you know, John ought to have the library because he has far more books than I do. And I'll have the kitchen, of course. And I got the bedroom and he got the sitting room and so on. And we never really quarrelled about the colour, except slightly about the bedroom because I wanted it more blue and you wanted it more green. But it's...
So great that you had that during COVID as well.
It's
so many people,
it's not as green.
So many people didn't have focus. That was the thing that so many people struggle with.
Yeah.
It's so great to have focus during COVID as well, I think.
And land to build another house. How good is it to have a little bit of...
That was the real joy, yeah.
What are your neighbours like? Are they nice?
Do you know, they're really nice because we then sold my big house in order to build a new one. And we sold it to a really lovely couple. And they've got twin children, which is what you need in a big house.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't need a house that big because we didn't have children. But now we have a whole lot of grandchildren. John has put a flat in the barn, and we have a log cabin. So the fact is, we still have hundreds of bedrooms because we have lots of grandchildren. We have 11 between us.
On the show, one of the things you guys are very passionate about is championing food heroes, really. And John, you go out and meet a food hero every episode. That sounds wonderful.
It's good fun. I mean, I just wake up in the morning, I don't get makeup or anything, I just do that and say, where are we going? And they tell me.
And these are local people like Billy's Eggs.
Yes.
You know, and who's Billy's Eggs? Is Billy a local chicken farmer?
Yes, he started with just a few chickens, you know, when he was quite young, wasn't he?
Look at all them chickens, look at that.
Nice.
Oh, my goodness.
And they're all free range, and then they go into their barn and suddenly they're in modern factory style because they love it because they have a perch and they can sit.
They can come and go as they please.
It's like a
but they
hotel.
always go into the barn and lay in the right place, and their eggs then go along a conveyor belt and get packed and all the rest of it. So you get this amazing country scene of thousands of chickens in woods and in a field. Each 1,000 chickens or whatever it is has a barn, a field and a wood.
Yeah,
so lovely.
And the eggs are fantastic, and they're. I learned all sorts of things secondhand because you did all this, didn't you? Well, tell us about pullets' eggs.
Well, he said the first eggs they lay are, the pullets' eggs. They're very
Little
much
ones.
smaller, and apart from anything else, that an egg is a sort of a food bomb. It's got everything in it you need.
All the nutrients.
I found all sorts of things. He said it doesn't matter really how many eggs you eat. It's the right sort of cholesterol, not the wrong type of cholesterol.
And also he said that
the bigger the egg, the older the chicken.
Oh, is it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, bigger eggs. And
I want to come back as one of their chickens when I go.
Yeah, they're
Very happy bunch there.
Billy's eggs, lovely.
I want to know how you two actually met. How did you meet?
Geriatric Tinder.
That's the sort of thing he does all the time. And people sometimes take him seriously.
Yeah, that gets down in print. And you're like,
I know. The Mail Online will now have a whole thing saying
Geriatric Tinder, yeah.
No,
Do
we
you think
did not.
everybody's going to go out now and be going Googling
all,
geriatric?
all the geriatrics will be... No, we met at a friend's house, and I wasn't concentrating because I needed to leave. And John was chattering away, and I didn't really concentrate. And then the next morning, this guy turned up on a Harley-Davidson trike.
Yeah.
At my house.
I thought she'd gone to Canada.
And I said, you're the guy I met last night. And you thought I was in Canada, and he was going to just put an envelope in saying, why don't we go for a dog walk one day? I live a mile away from you.
You don't know what was in the envelope.
No, I know, I never looked. But anyway, whatever. So,
what was in the envelope?
So then we went for a walk. So we went for a walk around the field.
That's so lovely.
And then we came back into my house, and he told me all about Alexander the Great and Attila the Hun.
All the sexy stuff.
And all the sexy stuff, yes. Actually, it is
Reeled
true.
you in.
But you know what?
Dictators.
It is interesting. It's what's in people's heads that is the most sexy thing.
That's so true.
Which is just as good, because he's not really very good looking.
He's gorgeous.
But he's got a good brain.
He's gorgeous. Yeah, you talk all the time. I see it at the Bake Off all the time. And your relationship is so beautiful and so loving to watch, to be fair.
It's a bit like Scheherazade. The day I stop, don't make her laugh.
Yeah, it's over. So what did you make of our Prue in latex when she swapped the kitchen for the catwalk?
Well, I wanted the costume to go in our dressing up box. But,
There's a dressing up box. Prue, which barn is that in?
Now I'm actually blushing. You know, honestly, you can't take him anywhere.
I think you looked fabulous.
Prue, remind us how that came about, because that's with two designers, and you met one on the train, is that right?
Yeah, I met Omi on the train, and we got chatting. And that night, I said to John, we're going to go to dinner with these two guys. I met one of them on the train, and he told his partner, Vin. And Vin and Omi are designers, and their great mission in life is to get the fashion trade to be more sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so that's what they do, and they help companies become more sustainable. But they also design amazing clothes and have every 6 months they have a show. And I've now walked for them, as they say, walked for them 3 times.
You walked very well.
I sashay down. I mean, you know, I can't do that wonderful model's walk where they put their hips forward and they look bored.
You were on every front cover. I was like, what's going on with
What's
Prue?
that dress made of?
Oh, that one is latex.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, I'm striding. John says I walk like a sailor.
But you are incredible. Like, you're an incredible woman, and the fact that you go from the catwalk then to the Masked Singer. I mean, how did you find singing? A little bit of Oklahoma on the Masked Singer. How was that?
Well, I went on it because I can't sing. I can't. You know, I'm tone deaf, and I've always wanted to sing. You know, you see people singing, and you can tell they love it. And
Yeah.
You know, I just wanted to do it, and so I thought being asked on the Masked Singer would force me to learn to sing. And so I got a wonderful coach called Richard Coxon, who just came twice a week for 6 months it took. And I was telling you all guys, chaps on
I
Bake Off.
just want to start singing. I was
I said,
like, really?
I'm learning to sing because I want to sing, which is true, but I also knew I was going on
I was
Masked
in
Singer.
shock.
And so I don't think I was in tune, but at least I belted it out.
You did really well.
She was walking around the house with a litre bottle of water and a straw.
Blowing into
and
it.
blowing into it, humming.
I mean, it does.
Yeah,
You have to do all these funny exercises. And when, you know, on the Bake Off, Paul and I share a, you know, Winnebago. And it's his room.
No, you don't share one. You've just got one separate.
I'll explain. He has a room, then there's his bathroom, then there's my bathroom, and then there's my room. And so there's 2 bathrooms between us. And so I thought he'd never be able to hear a thing. So I was going through all these exercises. I mean, crazy noises you have to make, and singing at the top of your voice. I thought he'd never hear anything. He just thought I'd gone mad.
Yeah, everything. Before you go, I have to ask you one question. When Ali first started, I read this in my notes, it really made me laugh. Is it true she used to go around to everyone and go, oh, Babs, you're amazing, you're definitely going through, and you had to go to her. You can't keep telling everyone. She tells people what they want to hear, doesn't she?
I know,
and it really tickled me.
She would say, you're not going home. You'll never go home.
Amazing.
And we might throw them out next.
I literally announced that they were leaving. I'd be like, you ain't going nowhere, Bab. You'll be fine.
And the person to lead the tent is...
Prue's like, kindly gave me some advice, said, stop doing that now, Alison.
Brilliant.
It's so lovely to see you. Thank you so much for popping in.
Prue Leith's Cotswold Kitchen continues this Saturday, 11:40 on ITV1 and ITV.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.